Good evening and welcome back to Oddsparks. I have changed this up here, changed the loom system, changed it up here. The way I was trying to build it was just overly complicated. So, yeah, so I'm doing this instead. I'm doing this way instead. We have the bark being grabbed here. Ooh, bark being grabbed here. It comes down, it goes to the end one and it fills from this side back. And we have the leaves come from this end and fills from this side. So, they should get a decent rate. So, decent rate of goods coming in, which would be fantastic. There's no real way. There's no real way I can speed this up because it goes to the end and comes back again. I can't say, "Hey, go down," and if you've got bark, do it. It doesn't. It's got to be fed this way. But feeding the bark from one end and the leaves from the other means we should get an even distribution amongst all of them. I did not know that had guys inside it, so because I was kind of hoping to pre-fill them all, but. Doesn't matter. Missed that one. I'll come back here. There we go. So we'll see whether this works. We'll see whether this works. I think it will. I think the pre-filling everything, I think will work for us, so it should be fine. And they need half as much bark as they do leaves, so that's why I did the leaf on the short one and the bark on the long one. So, but we should be fine. This is obviously gonna, yeah. So. The only thing that I am going to change this here, actually. I'm going to change this here. I'm going to make this a loop. So instead of coming back and picking up and going down slowly, you'll always go to the end one and pick up and end one and pick up. And that will speed it up because then this side of the thing is always going to be empty. Like he's always going to be empty. So he's coming down this side of it, empty, running at full speed, or wheeling at full speed. I should be zoom down there, but I'm there. This is also a bit weird. I don't quite know what's happening here. Something's gone off with the pick up and drop offs. Like he's picking up one tile too early. See, he's here. Pick it up and then dropping off there, so something's just misaligned with him slightly there. I don't know what that is. I have had frame rate issues, as in I normally have the game capped at 60 FPS, which is what I normally do for most of my games on there, but when I did that it was becoming inconsistent. Like it would drop the frame rate terribly and then come back up again. So I've lifted the cap to put it up to 144, which is my monitor's refresh rate, and that seems to have fixed it. But now I'm seeing other things do things, particularly the pickup, like this guy. This guy's coming all the way to the end of the block before he's picking up, which is fine because that's where it should be. But then this guy's doing something different, so it's a little weird. It's a little inconsistent, and it probably just needs to restart and it will work it fine because I've been mucking about with graphics beforehand. But anyway, what we're going to do now is put in some trains because we need trains. So we're going to have a train come off here to here and come down again. So that's what. And what I want to do is I want to have the trains. So we're going to drive on the left. So we're going to drive on the left because that's how every good nation should drive, is on the left. Because that just makes so much more sense. Yep, it does. So we're going to come off there and we're going to go down as far as we can, as quickly as far as we can. I don't have to necessarily come off of that one there, but it's the closest one to this, so I'm just going to. I have no issue with breaking these lines. I don't have to come off the actual set ones that I've done. I have no issues with breaking them, and so we can put in more towers. There's no issue with that. I'm just going to do this one because it's close by. So I don't want to come out by one because we have to because of the train station. So I'm going to put that there. And what I want to do is actually want to have the train station on the return, so that we can have multiple trains possibly stacked in here. That's what I want to do. So we'll do this. In fact, this could probably stay up higher, to be honest with you. This could go up higher. So the whole line should be too high. These are higher because they're going above this here, but it should be 2. So 1, 2 there. So I'll go sort of, I'll make it look a bit smooth, I suppose, coming off there. Okay. We'll come along. Well, there's loads of bad guys there. Let's deal with those. Go. Interesting. Would you go and kill all of them? Only just the one? No, okay. You just has the range been shortened? Maybe, I don't know. I didn't see any patches, so didn't seem to want to go as far then, but oh well, doesn't matter. I had to get some more pengas as well. Remember last episode, so I've gone and killed a few of those. So, came face to face with a rock terran, not rock terran, the big squiggly thing, which I wasn't prepared for. Really wasn't prepared for. So how did I do these? I don't know how many tiles out they went. I'm sure I did. Two, 3, 4. No, 3? Was it 3? And then 1, 2, 3, which I can't do because there's a... would you just go and smash... Oh, and you're going to attack that, as you always do. Because they are stupid and seem to want to attack things they can't attack. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that. I really wish they'd be smarter and go, oh, I can't hit that, so I won't hit that. You've told me you've told me to go this direction and kill things here, and yeah, it's not. Oh well. Oh well. This as well. This is nothing. Go that way, so kill everything between me and that. No, that was close to me, so I'm going to smash that. Which is... yeah, okay. It's annoying. It's annoying, not going to lie, but... little quirks you have to get used to. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Okay. Eat out a bit. Need to get some more of those guys. So, you would then go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rotate that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's down by 1 because of the loop. So put on like that. Awesome. Okay, and then that would be our train station will be in here, which would be cool. So how close can we get our train station? Let's see here. Let's go down here. I could always bring that down as well. There's no reason why it has to be that high. It could be lower than that, but so there would work beautifully well. There? No, not there. Too steep, isn't it? Yeah. Also, I need to remember that you can't move train stations when you put them in. You have to pick them up and put them down. That isn't a problem, but it becomes a problem when, like, okay, so now I've got to pick that up, which means it goes into my inventory. And sometimes the stuff in your inventory doesn't, you don't use the stuff in your inventory for building. You should do. You should always be. What is going on here? What is going on here? It goes back in your inventory rather than back into the mass storage that you've got. So you just got to remember that. So it's okay. So there. Wow, that's a long budget. That is too high. I could bring this whole thing down. We could come off the train line and bring it down as quickly as we wanted to. Yeah. But I will. We're only going to have one station on it. That's the idea. One platform. That's the word. And there'll be multiple trains. So this is kind of why I want as many poles in between as I can get, really, because the trains stop at a pole. So a train will stop here and consume this and this slot. Train will stop here, consume this and this slot, and then we're probably going to have the pole here. So I might bring this all down. I'm going to bring this all down. So let's bring this down to. Let's go down to 1 height. Okay, so you connect to there, you connect to there, you connect to there, you connect to there. Beautiful. That means I can move this back a bit now, hopefully. I'm going to try and connect it there. I don't know if this is going to work or not. No, that's too steep. Okay. But see, now I put 2 down. That means I now have 2 in my inventory. Right, so that's fine. And I have 2 worth of the resources for that platform in my inventory. And if you keep doing it, if you put down 2 or 3 and then pick up 2 and then put down, and eventually you end up with just so much in your inventory because it's just, yeah, it's the way things go. It's fine. It's fine. Build me another track here. We want to. Ooh. Right. What I want to do actually is I want to figure out how long a train with a single carriage is on it. So let's. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'll do this. Hold on. Like that. Right. And then we build a train. And it should stop. I think there is where they stop. I believe. And we've got a carriage on the back of it. It is. So each one of these are 3 tiles. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8. Let's say it's 8 tiles for a train. Okay. 8 tiles for a train. So that means we want to grab this and we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is a bit too far for that. So I'm just going to split the difference between these 2 here. So let's put you in, let's say here. There we go. That's close enough. So now we can get a train that will. So if a train's in the station, a train will stop at this pole, but it will occupy that pole because it's too short. Stop at this pole and occupy that pole. Stop at this pole, occupy this space, and stop at this pole. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 space for 5 trains to sit here on the track without blocking off the main track. Yeah, which is beautiful. Which is absolutely beautiful. So, the next question is, we're going to go up to there. Then we're going to want to come this way. And I think I just want to do this. So it's 1. So there's the train line. So let's just go till it says. So that's valid. That's not kind of valid. Because that's going to have to connect to that one. So it's going to have to come to the side. And then it makes it valid. Awesome. And that has to go up here because this I want this to be higher because it goes above a train here. It doesn't matter. I just want it to be higher so it doesn't clip with the train. So yeah, at least we're trying. At least we're trying. So this way we're going to be picking up something. What are we going to be picking up? We're going to be picking up wooden panels. Sorry. So this is wooden panels. Now there was a suggestion in the comments. Was it the previous episode? Episode before 72, episode 72. Ernest mentioned that paint could be useful to identify trains. Now I like that idea. I like the idea because I don't know whether you meant to paint the trains themselves or whether you meant it the way I'm going to do it. But if I put this down here, like that, we have to identify this train with something to allow it to pick up wooden planks. Now that one's easy. That one's really easy because we just grab a wooden plank here and we slap a wooden plank in it there. No, not fuel. Oh, I did that last time. Remember, episode ago, I said, oh, do they come with some free fuel? No, it's because I shift clicked it and it just filled the fuel. So he's identified a wooden panel. So that means that when it comes to this block here, this says wooden panel. So it's got a little picture. Wooden panel. Arrow point this way. He'll go this way. However, we want to drop off wooden panels in possibly multiple places. I don't want the trains going to the first wooden panel and the second wooden panel. My idea originally was going to be that we'll tag it with whatever else it needs. So we can tag it with saying, hey, we'll tag it with Like if we're going to go and drop it off somewhere that's going to be making crafty sparks, we'll tag it with a crafty spark as well. And then later, we'll just tag the offshoot with crafty sparks. Fine. But if we need to deliver crafty sparks to somewhere else, which we will do, we need to deliver crafty sparks to make the handy sparks, that train could get lost and go down the wrong line. And we don't want that. Paint, don't use anywhere. We don't use it anywhere, and I'm not using it anywhere at all. So what we could do is add a bit of paint in here, it's an identifier, and then later on go, hey, this is a white stop. This is where white trains go. So you go down the white line. I'm not sure how many paints there are. I haven't discovered them all because I haven't been using any of them. So I don't think we have... we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can use these as well. If we want to, we can use those as well. So all this miscellaneous stuff we could technically use. I don't know if I can take them out as an item. I assume I can, but so we've got 4, 8, let's say 12 because I'm not sure about that one. Probably can. Let's go with 12. So we have 12 identifiers for trains. The problem is you can't mix them to get multiple signal tags, if that makes sense. Each tag is considered independent. So if a train has wooden panels, it will come down here, regardless if it's got wooden panels and logs and something else. It will just, it looks for any one of these ones here. So trains will identify as the same as those stored here. We'll take the side junction if possible. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's put some more, don't have, go backwards. So if I was to, for instance, tag this with, let's say we'll do fertilizer and wooden panels, and this one is wooden panels and rope, and then I put a spark in here to drive the train, it will still go down here because one of the identifiers matches. I'm going to change this to loading mode so he stops. So you can't... Whoa, what's going on? Ah! So yeah, so you can't use multiple identifiers to make a train. It doesn't use all 4 identifiers. Each one is individual, which is a little annoying. However, we could just have panels here and go, this is the panels, so the train comes down with panels, and then later on we go, well, if you need to come off the line, then you will be... you're looking for the white paint or the blue paint or whatever paint, you know, you're looking for that paint. So it can have 2 identifiers, one for wood to pick up and the second one will be its drop off. And the paint isn't used anywhere else, so we shouldn't have to worry about that at all. Shouldn't be a problem at all. So cool. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And then we're just going to have a guy here do this, and then you'll fill the train and the train will go away. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to build the other 2. So we're going to have one here, we have one here for rope and timber here. And then we shall be right back. And there we go. Everything is in place. Everything is sorted. Everything is now waiting to be loaded, which is fantastic. So I've got a template. We've got a template with these roads. Look at these roads here. So we're going to remove these roads anyway. This road is 8 long. And that tells me between these 2 pylons it should be 8 long. So from the main gap, we basically come in diagonally by 4. So this one is 4 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th tile is there. So 1, 2, 3. But there's the 2 poles. We run a line between them. We come off and come there and come down by 1, and it works. It's a little steep. It's going to look a little weird when the trains drive, but it works. And then we go 8, 8, 8, loop. Back, the train station sits between these 2 pylons here, perfectly well. This can feed to it. It's a little awkward for this one because I'm actually loading from the wrong side, but yeah, but it works. It works. The doing the 8 works just fine, just fine. So very loud bike going by outside then, sorry. So yeah, so that was there, and then this works here. I had to move this slightly. This is slightly off from the others because of the terrain, but it's fine. It's fine. It's working fine. So there we go. All the trains done. They've all got coal inside them, so they can at least travel around the track once before they get to their loop, which would be awesome. I am going to test something though. There was a suggestion to Robert Foster mentioned about the whole This here, where we're loading the train with goods, with coal. Apparently you can put this on loading time and it will work. I don't think so, but I'm going to try. We're going to try. I don't think that is the case. So, oh, I haven't connected up something here. Oh yeah, because they were too close together, weren't they? So I need to do remove that and then connect you to there, and I can't do that because that's too far. So we'll just do something like this, and then you connect to that one there. It's good enough. There you go. Right, yeah. So yeah. So we're gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna work that way. So let's give it a try. So the trains are. We're gonna have a train here. We'll put a carriage on the back of it. Okay. We're not guaranteed the carriage will have enough stuff in it because this is. If it's one of these ones to load, for instance, then it will be empty. So it'll be empty there. So and I will put a bloke in it, and remember the driving because it's got no fuel. We'll set this to loading mode, and I'm going to dump one lot of wood in there, which will get instantly burnt, and then it comes there. But I think you stop, and then we'll stay here forever because none of your carriages get loaded. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure though. We will. That's why we're testing. That's why we're testing. Let's see here. So, not quite sure how much. 200 is it? Yeah, so he's got 200. He's still sat here. So loading mode is the carriages, not the trains, unfortunately. So, yeah, but that's okay. So yeah. So this will have to be set to timing mode. So, like I said, it's like 10 seconds might be enough. I'm not too sure. Whatever it is, though, this train wants to kind of come to a stop because he's not doing anything and he's not for anything. So we have another spare train on the track, which would be fine. And there's a random piece of wood on the floor there. I found like loads of stones on the floor, which was odd. Let's put you in there so you just stop them there. And let's take your coal out and put the coal back in here. Oop. Oh, you're already full. Okay, maybe not then. Alright, okay, we'll just put it back in. It doesn't really matter. We've got infinite amount of coal anyway, so no doing that. But there you go. Right. So you are just a spare train ready to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, which is awesome. Okay. So there's something else I want to try, and that involves going over here. Another thing I need to do is remember, I travelled all the way down here to get some Stumpy Sparks. This has basically been shut down. This no longer has any nether coming into it, aether coming into it, sorry, because the train has stopped and none of these are running. So this isn't making sparks anymore, so none of this is running and none of this is doing anything down here. So I need to just travel to there to pick up sparks because that's where we put them. But I want to come here because we have permafrost, which we can't dig through. But we do have 2 drilly sparks. I'm wondering. Back that. Drilly sparks. Go. No? No? Oh. Okay, so I can't press... I can't do the R to smash them, but they do go. Oh, wow. Oh, look how big of an area there. Oh, oh, they're going. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute there. Wait a minute there. Oh, a special one-use sparks that drills through any material, including extra hard materials like permafrost and obsidian. Ah, right. I didn't read the one-use thing. Okay. Okay. So that's how we're going to get through the permafrost, but I didn't realise there were... I imagine wouldn't have made it anyway, but... So we can get through the permafrost. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. That's fine. I didn't read. They're gone, but it's okay. We have 1 drilly spark for the lucky in here, for the researcher. We've already got one in there. We need 200 slashy sparks, which we're not making because we're not making any choppy sparks to make the slashy sparks. So that's fine. And we need drill bits, which we're not making because we're not doing anything with our copper at the moment. So, yeah. But okay. So I can drill through that if I went and made some more of those. That's fine. This is working here, fine. This is doing the things here. This is doing everything here. You'll get things. None of them are full because they have nowhere to go yet. So there's no point in filling them and having the trains driving around. There's just no point doing that. We'll just leave that there. So our next port call is going to be, I suppose, the next level of sparks. We are making the Stumpy Sparks. So, and we want to make the Carry Sparks, the Crafty Sparks, and the Troppy Sparks. And they all require... well, the Carry Sparks require timber and the Craft Sparks require planks, and then so we have all this ready to go. And then the Troppy Sparks require wooden blades, and wooden blades are made in the workshop from these two here. So we can do that as well. So that'll be fine. The wooden temperature is 3, so this actually wants to be on the Greenland area. So I want to come down here and maybe have some wood here making some things. I'm probably going to have one stop for one thing, if that makes sense. So we'll do the wood workshops here. We might run out of space pretty quickly, which might be a thing. So who knows? Yeah, so I'll do the wood workshops here, and then you can pick up the sparks here. And then the next set of sparks need to be on... They need to be basically be made down here because we need these ones here. Then we need the middle ones for other things and the large ones later. So we're probably going to have to travel all the way down the end there. There's a couple here we could grab, but not many. So I don't really know how many we need as well. That's the thing. I don't know how many, but we're going to have like one stop. We'll drop off the wood and the timber to do the wooden sword thing. And then we'll have to make that, tag that with something. We could tag it with paint, which should work. The problem with tagging it with like the sword to say it's a sword drop off, and so if we tagged it with the wooden blade, is that then when we take the wooden blade to go and drop it off somewhere, because the wooden blade would also be the pickup. So the drop off wants to be wooden panels and timbers, but we don't want to do wooden panels and timbers as a tag because it's multiple things. So we're going to have to use these. I could also use some other things like these, for instance, could be used. The frozen ones, we could use those because they're not going to be on the system. I don't think we need to deliver them anywhere. I don't think. Not entirely sure on that, but we could do that. I don't think we can use those because we can't actually grab the fog at all. Pebbles we could possibly use as well because I don't think we're going to use them anywhere on a system. So there's a few little ones we could use. And like sparks, because obviously the sparks one, when we put the sparks one in here, that would be tagged with sparks to pick up sparks. So that's fine. And this doesn't need any drop offs because it's got everything here independently of these things here because it needs woods and leaves. So yeah, but we'll do that next episode. But we'll come back then and we'll carry on from there. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.